At the encampment of Shittim, under the fading light of late afternoon, Joshua bin Nun quietly dispatches two men toward the waters of the Jordan River. The 19th century commentator known as the Malbim reads this sequence as a flashback. The order to send these men actually takes place before the divine voice we heard in chapter 1 ever spoke to Joshua. He sends them because he is a mortal commander staring down an invasion, and he lacks certainty. He acts quietly, driven by fear, to find out what his army is facing across the river. Born of human doubt, the mission places these two spies in immediate danger. They are walking into enemy territory without the guarantee of divine protection. Moving by night, the two cloaked men infiltrate Jericho, a heavily fortified Bronze Age city. They navigate the narrow streets and walk straight to the house of a woman named Rachav. Her house is a brothel. It is a place where the whispers of Canaanite generals and ministers collect, and where a resident of Jericho would be least likely to look for men of Israel. But word still reaches the king. His informants piece together three clear signs. The city gates were sealed shut, the strangers moved directly to their target without lingering like merchants, and they arrived under the cover of night. Professional, bronze-clad soldiers hammer at Rachav's door. They demand the surrender of the strangers who have breached the walls. The physical mission has seemingly failed. The spies are cornered within massive stone walls, surrounded by the king's men, with no way out. The text notes that Rachav conceals him, singular. She separates the two men, tucking each into a different corner where a single glance will not expose both. She stands at her door, facing the armor-clad captain. Armed with nothing but her intelligence and steady nerves, she handles the interrogation. Her lie is meticulously structured. She confirms the men were there, but tells the soldiers they fled in the dark just as the gates were closing. She gives the captain a direct order and a logical reason to follow it. Pursue them quickly, and you will overtake them. The soldiers sprint toward the river, and the gates seal behind them. By redirecting the king's force into the night, Rachav has taken the initiative and moved the spies out of immediate reach. Only now does she climb to the flat roof of her house. The two cloaked men lie silent, buried beneath arranged piles of drying flax stalks. She tells them she knows that Hashem has given this land to the Israelites. It is not a guess or a hope. It is her starting point. The Malbim observes a strange inversion here. Normally, a nation's fear gives way to anger as an enemy reaches their gates. But in Jericho, the hearts of the inhabitants have entirely melted. She sets the parameters for her silence. She demands they swear by Hashem, the strongest oath a Hebrew tongue can make, to trade the safety of their secret for the survival of her family. The spies arrived seeking physical intelligence on troop strength and walls, but they find that the Canaanites are already defeated psychologically. Rachav lowers the men by a rope. She drops them through a wooden-framed window built directly into the city wall, facing open country. They wait until their feet are on the sill outside the city to dictate the final condition of the oath. Standing free of the house, they are no longer under duress. They demand she knot a scarlet cord in this exact window. It creates a strict boundary. Whoever stays inside the marked house will be protected, but the spies cannot answer for anyone outside it. She ties the cord before they even reach the foot of the wall. The sign is officially set, and the fate of this Canaanite woman is now tied to the advancing Israelite nation. For 3 days, the spies wait among the rocky caves of the mountain, while search parties comb the road toward the river. No one looks toward the hills. Finally, they descend, cross the river, and return to Joshua bin Nun at first light. They give Joshua the exact report he needs to hear. Hashem has given them the land, and the inhabitants have melted before them. This report connects directly to the divine promise from chapter 1. The voice in the silence had said no man would stand before Joshua. The spies return to prove that promise is already a reality. At the camp in Shittim, Joshua stands by the river as the morning light shifts over the tents. Across the water, Jericho remains behind its sealed gates, and high up in one window of the massive wall, a single cord of scarlet sways in the wind.